This episode of the Wax Pack Flashback is brought to you by Trading Card Database. Visit tcdb.com.
Hey there, Wax Packers! Adam coming at you with another edition of Wax Pack Flashback. This time around, we're taking a trip back to the 90s. You know, I'm feeling like a 90s kid. Got my flannel on, ready to roll. We're going to talk about some animated vigilantes, which were all the rage at this time. Because, you know, Batman, the animated series, had come out and been a big hit on the Fox network. And Disney wanted in on some of that dark justice. And so they introduced Gargoyles. Yes, so we have a pack of Gargoyles trading cards from 1995 here that we were going to open. But if you don't remember Gargoyles, it was pretty cool. I mean, you had Keith David voicing this big, gigantic gargoyle. I mean, super buff, named Goliath. And then the rest of his group were they were all named after New York boroughs for the most part. It was kind of interesting. So we'll get into that as we open up the pack of cards here. But the thing is that Disney was going all in on this, right? Because they were advertising in Disney Adventures magazine. They wanted kids to know all about gargoyles. Plus, they were releasing the home video version, the pilot episodes basically as a movie. This is actually a formal rental copy that I have here. But yeah, so it was pretty cool at the time. Like, it was exciting to see because they did the full marketing blitz. In addition to trading cards, they had action figures, they had lunch boxes. You know, they really wanted this to be the next big thing. And it was a hit, at least in my circles. Everybody thought it was really cool because, again, it had kind of that serious, darker edge. You know, it wasn't the standard Disney afternoon fare that we were used to. Marsupialami? Bonkers? None of that. We want gargoyles. And there's also a really interesting Star Trek The Next Generation connection in terms of the voice casting. So we will get into that as I open up the cards. I'll share some of those details with you, but let's check it out. Okay, so here we are with our pack of Gargoyles trading cards from 1995 by Skybox. Now what's interesting here is they tell us 6 cards. That's kind of low to just get 6 trading cards in a pack, but there's a trade-off because you're guaranteed 1 exclusive bonus card per pack. Plus, you could win the Gargoyles movie now on video, but as we know, we already have a copy of that. But let's take a look here and see what these special offers were. So the odds of finding pop-up cards, approximately 1 in 1 packs, Double-Sided Spectra cards, 1 in 24 packs, Skymotion exchange card, 1 in 90 packs, and the video exchange card, 1 in 180 packs. I assume the video exchange is just like you get a video card. I don't know what the Skymotion exchange card is. That might be the Skymotion discs. They were these special cards that did a 3D image thing. It might have been something like that. Let's see what we have here. Oh, so yeah, Gargoyles video and Skymotion exchange cards, partial rules. Okay, so that's what was going on there. So the exchange is that you send it in and they send it back to you. But it expired September 30th, 1995. All right, well, the other part about this I really like is there's a little bit of can you see kind of that, I don't even know what to call it. It's sort of like a rainbow, like an oil effect, you know, like where there would be oil on the ground and the sun shines on it on Goliath there, which is pretty cool. But let's see who we get inside here. Okay, let's check it out. All right, so first up here, we have Brooklyn. So as I was saying, they're all named after these different boroughs in New York. I believe, if I remember right, he was voiced by Rob Paulson. I can't remember, but get a little bit of detail there. So he's 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, half a ton in weight, and he's a thrill seeker, baby. Oh, you know it's the 90s. I mean, this looks like it has something to do with street ball, right? Like, this definitely looks like it was, all about the urban New York setting. All right, here we go. All right, so there's Goliath, looking very noble, looking very nice. So yeah, so we definitely have that going on here. Let's see, what is he telling us about? Later that night, Goliath and Hudson return to the castle. Goliath sees the blackened ruins and stone fragments of shattered gargoyles. He realizes the entire gargoyle clan has been destroyed. Oh, okay, so this is part of the origin story. So he survives, but nobody else did, apparently. All right, so there we go. So we got Brooklyn again. And what's her name? Desdemona, I think? Oh, just Demona. Okay. So they're having a little conversation there. If I remember right, she was actually voiced by Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation, like I mentioned. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that New York Statue of Liberty with a helicopter going on. There's just some nice... Oh, and so this guy was voiced by Jonathan Frakes. Also, yes, from Star Trek The Next Generation. So he was Xanatos there. He was kind of the mastermind behind it all that moved up the Gargoyles' castle so it would be high enough for them to be resurrected. But look, Demona betraying Goliath. What is going on here? So it says Elisa saves Goliath. Elisa, we haven't seen her yet, but she was their police cop friend that was human and helping them out and understand the modern world. So there's that. And whoa, the pack. I don't remember these guys, but they are ultimate 90s. They look like they could have been drawn by Rob Liefeld into an Image comic. I mean, just look at those shoulder pads. Wow, they really were trying to grab. Let's see here. The Pack is a martial arts clan who battle evil ninjas on television. When they're not acting on TV, they moonlight as mercenaries. The Pack is led by Fox, a woman martial arts expert, and her thug, Wolf, the strongman, brother and sister twins Jackal and Hyena, and Dingo, an Australian weapons master. Wow, so they're like the Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, but then they really do fight crime. That's pretty neat. All right, now here is our special card. It's another Brooklyn card here. But, like, you can feel it's thicker. Okay, so these are pop-up cards. It did say 1-in-1 pack, so that tells us all we need to know that that's definitely how that works. All right, here we go. Here comes Brooklyn. Oh! So, a little top view there. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. All right. Well, definitely some surprises here. Let's find out which was our favorite. All right. Well, Gargoyles cards by Skybox. Pretty high-quality set there. Kind of a nice variety, really like heavy cardstock and glossy and looked great. I mean, Skybox is top of their game in 1995. There's no doubt about it. They had been doing it for a long time and been at the top. One thing I wanted to share with you here real quick, though, you saw it in the background there. I showed you Disney Adventures magazine advertising Gargoyles, but also Marvel Comics got an issue of Darkhawk here. If you flipped open the cover, there it was, this Gargoyles painted art, which is just beautiful. I mean, again, it just added to the level of class and sophistication that this show seemed to have compared to, you know, Marsupilami and Bonkers and all these other goofy shows that were on the Disney afternoon by that point. So that was really cool. Now, as far as what card is my favorite, I mean, the pop-up card was pretty neat, but I've seen that before in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie set. So I have to say for sure, the cards that take me into the world, that give me a little bit more insight as to what I could look forward to on the show, the Pack was that card for me. I mean, look at these guys again. Just look at that. They are so 90s comics, it is hard to believe. You know, there was a Youngblood cartoon that never happened, and it feels like there would have been a Pack crossover with Youngblood. Or some people would have confused them in their minds. You know, there would have been a Mandela effect at some point down the line. But anyway, I enjoyed opening those cards up a lot. I think I'm definitely going to go back on Disney Plus and at least find the episode or episodes featuring the Pack, because I want to understand that a little bit more. But that does it for this time around. But next time around, I want to tease you, because as I'm recording this, it's actually an anniversary in the world of video games, and that is for Street Fighter 2. It's the 35th anniversary. And so next time around, I want to open up a pack of Street Fighter 2, the movie cards and all their Van Damme glory, okay? So get pumped for that. That is going to be a ton of fun, because I definitely remember seeing that in theaters. Do you? In the meantime, so you don't miss that video or any others, be sure you subscribe here on TRN TV or to TRN Social. That is their handle on Twitter or Instagram, and there's always some great stuff there, especially Instagram. Jason does a lot of live videos, sharing off his finds. He'll open up an extra pack of cards, things like that. So if you want more of this, definitely check it out there. And then I also want to mention that you can find me at Hoju Coolander on Twitter, where you'll always see my new additions to my retro collections and things like that. But I also want to mention to you that there is so much more to come, but if you happen to have a pack of cards you want us to open at some point, you can give us a heads up whether you want us to track it down, or if you have an extra pack and you want to send it our way, we're happy to do some sort of exchange. Maybe we'll have something that you like. So go ahead and find us on those social media outlets like I mentioned, and that way we can kind of talk about it. And hey, that's what's kind of fun sometimes, doing the trade, right? That's what trading cards are all about. It's in the name. But hey, in the meantime, we'll check you later.